you and me, we need to talk. Okay, so it's raining. It literally just started raining, so I'm gonna make this quick. But much like the other video that I made where I was talking about, are you living for yourself? Yes or no? And what that kind of encompasses. I'm here to tell you about, I'm afraid to tell you, actually I'm not afraid to tell you this. I'm glad to tell you this because I realized this for myself. You have to be a bad person. You have to be a bad person. You have to be selfish. You have to be self-centered. You just have to. Why? Because you're not actually being those things. People might perceive you to be those things. And yes, I'm making this after watching Nero Knowledge's video on You Have to Be a Bad Person to Manifest. Love him. Love him. Watch him. But I realized it because I'm looking at a lot of things in my life. I'm deconstructing a lot of things. And I realized I felt a lot of guilt, like survivor's guilt, for a lot of my life because I got to move from where I lived, or where I live currently right now, to another place where I could get better opportunities that my friends who still lived here weren't able to, and weren't able to experience the same way. And for a while, I had it stuck in my head that literally the day that I was saying goodbye to people, a boy came up to me and was like, "Oh, you're a traitor." And I was like, to you? And am I living for you? No, then I'm not a traitor. Get the fuck off my face. That really stuck with me though. It really stayed with me. And I was like, damn, am I a bad person? Am I like selfish? Am I all these things? Like, man, and that made me it didn't make me have to, but it made me want to put a lot of responsibility on myself of like, fuck, well, if I'm the one who got to make it out of here, I need to bring back everything. I need to come back 10 million times better. I need to be everything. I need to come back and make a fucking school type shit. And I feel those ways now, but not in the sense of guilt, more so in the sense of like, I want to do that. Like, I genuinely want to. Like, even if I stayed here, I would still do it. So I'm thinking about that a lot. I feel like someone needed to hear that. I know someone needed to, because I would not manifest myself here speaking about it. So yeah, stick to your guns, stick to your conviction, be committed to your greatness, and don't let other people make you feel like you're taking up too much space. The world is so big. The world is so big. It is far too big for any of us to think that going from this to this is too much. Even if people make you feel that way though, even if anyone's like, oh, se cree el mejor, like he thinks he's the shit. Yeah, I do. Why wouldn't I? And why don't you think about that for yourself? You know? So yeah, thinking heavily about that, and I wanted to share it. Also, I wanted to release it. I'm thinking about the time where, as I was leaving from moving here from Puerto Rico to California to live with my aunt there, I had a friend who, when I first told her about the idea, I was like, yeah, I could move to live with my aunt. I think a couple of my cousins have done that. They've moved from like Colombia to live with her in the States to get a lot of opportunities and stuff. And I told her that, and she was like, oh, I would do that in an instant. And I was like, that kind of set that off in me. I was like, wait, you would? No, I shouldn't be too afraid to do that then. So I did it. And then when I did it, everybody flipped and was like, wait, you actually did it? You did the thing that you were talking about doing? And now you're gonna get better things and blah, 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 blah. I was like, yeah, you guys literally said that you would do it, so why wouldn't I do it? Whew. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. These are my nails. I love my nail tag. Shout out, Yeshka. Okay, bye. Thank you for listening.